Good afternoon, students. We are continuing with the chapter number 1 of political science, which is on equality. We have studied about various examples like examples of Kanta, Om Prakash Valmiki, and Mr. and Mrs. Ansari about how inequality affects their life. So now in this we have already studied about equal right to vote. Then we have studied about other kinds of equality, which are the equality rights of education. Then there is a rights of information, a right of speech. So these are other kinds of equality. Then we have studied about the incident of Om Prakash Valmiki, which is the narrator of Juthan. Then we study about second story, which is based on inequality based on religion, which is Mr. and Mrs. Ansari's incident. Now we have also studied about how dignity will be violated. Dignity is violated if you are treating any person unequally. Okay, that is also we have studied. Now, how the Indian Constitution recognize the equality? Okay, so Indian Constitution was very much aware about inequality happens in the society of India, and that is why they have written down in the Constitution that any person of different caste or religion or tribes or educational or economical background are recognized as equal. So here the Indian Constitution has told about different kinds of equality of, this is what it is written down in Indian Constitution. Now, how the Indian Constitution and the government practiced equality in the society, how they are encouraging equal rights and equality in the society. So first and foremost is the, in the Constitution itself, nobody can discriminate people against the basis of religion, race, caste, place of birth, or they are female or male. So this paragraph is very important in the in your chapter. This is the first. This is a very important paragraph, that the recognition of what Indian Constitution done so far for equality. So it is written down that this recognition of equality includes some of the following provisions in the Constitution. First, that every person is equal before law. So if you will violate a law, or if anybody is discriminated in on the basis of different aspects of society, he or she will be punishable. Means if you are treated other person on the basis of its caste or its religion, then you are being punished by the law. What these means, that every person from the president of our country to Kanta, you can remove the Kanta here, a domestic worker has to obey the same law. Second is, no person can be discriminated against on the basis of their religion, race, caste, place of birth, or whether they are female or male. And the third point is, every person has access to all public places, including playgrounds, hotels, shops, and markets. All person can use publicly available wells, roads, bathing ghats. And last is the fourth one, untouchability has been abolished. These are some provisions which Government of India or Indian Constitution made to affect the equality, to provide the equality effectively in the society. Okay, so this is of imposing equality in the society. Then there are various programs which are also conducted to improve the equality and to impose the equality in the society. For example, I have given you one example which is known as midday meal. We have already studied about midday meal, that in this scheme was first introduced in Tamil Nadu, okay, and in that is in 2001, okay, and then it was very much famous in the state of Tamil Nadu, and then Supreme Court asked all the state government to begin this program in their schools within 6 months. That means it is very effective program of government which helps to improve equality in the society. And what are the advantages of this program is that teachers reported that the children were not attended school earlier, but now they are attending school regular basis because they are providing lunch or a midday meal in the school. So this is what happened in the midday meal program, and now more and more children of the poor community, or you can say poor people, attended the schools and they are getting education. So this is one program which was very successful program in the on the basis of equality. Now there are other programs also there, like Dalit, like provisions of reservation for scheduled caste and scheduled tribes. These are the different caste which are getting reservation on on the basis of their caste. Okay, reservation means you are giving them seats. You are offering different percentage of seats in the government offices or in the schools and in the colleges. So this is how people like government of India in imposing equality and improving equality in the society. Now then there is one more thing. Why? Okay, now the thing is, in the village area you will find some of the incident of inequality, but in the urban area, like in the cities, metro cities, you will see that the society is changing slowly. So the attitude or a mindset of a people are changing now, and they are doing intercaste marriages. Then they are not worried about the caste of the other person, and they can treat them equally. So this is how we are also improving, but the improvement is not very much said effective, or improvement is not very much uh, that it's not good improvement, you can say. It's there is an improvement but very low kind of improvement. So one of the main reason that for this is that the attitude changes slowly. Even though a person are aware of that discrimination is against the law, they continue to treat people unequally on the basis of their caste, religion, disability, economic status, and because they are women. It is only when people begin to believe that no one is inferior and that every person deserves to be treated with dignity, that present attitude can change. Establishing equality in a democratic society is a continuous struggle, and one in which individual as well as various communities of India contribute to, and you will read that. Okay, now listen, everyone, this is like what we are not that much good in imposing equality in our democratic country, but there are other democracies also which where before treated people on the basis of different aspects of their life, but then they have changed their attitudes and now they are not behaving that way. One of the example is civil right movement, which was done in the uh, state of America, United States of America, that is US. At that time, the African Americans, like the Negroes, were treated badly in front of those. See, you know what? In America, there are various kinds of people living together. So the white people, like Britishers or European people, were treated African people on the basis of race and color. And the problem was that if any African needs a seat in the bus, he or she cannot sit with the white person next to him. So અગર તમે કોઈ બસમાં ચડ્યા અને ઇફ યુ આર આફ્રિકન અને સામે કોઈ વ્હાઇટ પર્સન છે તો you have to offer him a seat or you have to sit somewhere else, not beside him or her. આ એક એ લોકોની એક અનઇક્વાલિટી હતી યુનાઇટેડ સ્ટેટ્સમાં. અને દેન it created the civil right movement અને છેલ્લે ઇવન US ગવર્મેન્ટે સ્વીકાર્યું કે નહીં, we have to fight against this thing, and now they are not feeling this is this inequality in the society. So I'm reading it for you what happened. Okay, you are probably wondering whether India is the only democratic country in which there is inequality, where the struggle for equality continues to exist. The truth is that in many democratic countries around the world, the issues of equality continues to be the key issue around which communities struggle. For example, in the United States of America, the African American whose ancestors were the slaves who were brought over from Africa continue to describe their lives today as largely unequal. This despite the fact that there was a movement in the late 1950s to push for equal rights for African Americans. Prior to this, African Americans were treated extremely unequally in the United States and denied equality through law. For example, when traveling by bus, they either had to sit at the back of the bus or get up from their seats whenever the white person wished to sit. Now this happens in America as well, right? Inequality. And what they do is there is not any law against it, this inequality. So whenever they were actually African American people were slaves of white people who came over from Africa, and they are like African Americans were treated very badly because of their color. And one lady whose name is Rosa Parks in 1913 was an African American woman. Tired from a long day at work, she refused to give up her seat on a bus to a white man on 1st December 1955. And from here, the civil rights movement started. Okay, so civil rights movement is, I'll show you what is civil rights movement. Okay, her refusal that day started a huge agitation against unequal way in which African Americans were treated. Now you can see this is Rosa Parks, and who is sitting and who is not giving up her seat to the white person because she is tired of her work. Okay, and that is her right to sit in the bus because she has paid for it. Okay, now this treated and which become very well known as a civil right movement. Okay, and then after this movement from 1955 to 1964, this movement has been continued, and in this 1964, government of US has passed a law which is called Civil Rights Acts, in which they have prohibited the discrimination and the basis of race, religion or national origin. It is also started that the schools would be open to African American children. And see, before that there were separate schools for African American. They cannot study with the white people. They have to study in the other schools which are only for African people, but now they can study with white person or white child. Okay, so it is also started that the school would be open for African American children, and they would no longer have to attend separate schools specially set up for them. However, despite of this, a majority of African American continues to be among the poorest in the country, and most African American children can only afford to attend government schools that have fewer facilities and poorly qualified teachers as compared to white. Now again, this is also there because of the poverty, they cannot attend school which are afforded by the white people, so they have to go to government schools. Okay, and again they have to live the life which is set up for them. Now this is all about other countries are facing the inequality in their country. Now in our constitution we have article 15, which is very very important article, children. See, article 15 is of Indian constitution is very much important because it is clearly solving the issues of inequality or discrimination. Okay, you must have, I don't know, you must have heard about the movie called Article 15. It is not for you children, it is for adults, but you can ask your parents that what is it, if they have seen that movie. It is on the basis of this provision of constitution of that discrimination cannot be tolerated in the society. So this whole blue box is very very important, and you may ask the question on this box. So even you have to read this box. Sorry. Oh God. Okay. Now you can see in the box, you can read first and second point. Okay, Article 15 has 2 points. First is prohibition of discrimination on the ground of religion, race, birth, caste, sex, or a place of birth. First is the state shall not discriminate against any citizen on ground of only of religion, race, caste, sex, place of birth, or any of them. Second is no citizen shall be on ground of only of religion, race, caste, sex, place of birth, or any of them be subject to any disability or a liability, restriction, or a condition with regards to access to shops, public restaurants, hotels, or places of public entertainment. And B, the use of well, tanks, bathing guards, roads, places of public resorts maintained wholly or partly out of state funds or dedicated to use of general public. Now this is something which is very important in the lesson, and you have to read it and learn it by heart. Okay, so this is article 15. Now challenge of our democracy, this is the last. What are the some challenges in the democracy? So first challenge is the mindset of the people. See, you can impose a law on the people, you can tell people not to do things, but ultimately people has to aware about what they are doing, what their how their deeds or actions should be changed. So this is what we need to do. So no country can be described as being completely democratic. There are always communities and individuals trying to expand the idea of democracy and push for a greater recognition of inequality on existing as well as new issues. Central to this is the struggle for the recognition of all persons are equal and for that dignity to be maintained. In this book, you will read about how these issues of equality affects the various aspects of our daily life in democratic India. As you read these chapters, think about whether the equality of all persons and their being able to maintain their dignity is upheld. So this is ultimately the actions of individual impose the equality and inequality in the society. So we have to think on it. That's all about the chapter. Okay, now there are glossary. These are the defines which you have to complete. First is universal adult franchise. Then we have dignity. Then constitution. These are very important defines, children, and you have to write in your notebook. And then last is civil right movement, which is very important. They can be asked questions on civil right movements. That's all for the chapter. Okay, I will upload the PDF. After this explanation, you have to write down the question answers on the basis of that. Thank you so much.